The following is a talk given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on October 21st, 2017 in Sri Mayapur, India. The talk was given on day 3 and was about the marriage pastimes of Nimai Pandit.
I'd like to speak a few words of introduction, although everyone knows him. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj is the senior most acting sannyasi and devotee in all of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He happened to be born and raised less than 1 hour away from where I was raised. When His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was just a teenager, he met Srila Prabhupada, I believe in San Francisco, in the 1960s. He became a temple president soon after that. Went to Montreal, I believe, and Srila Prabhupada sent him to India. He came to India, and Srila Prabhupada sent him especially here to Mayapur Dham to develop his international headquarters from the time that Mayapur was not even a straw hut yet. In 1970, in Mumbai, there was an event at Srinathji Prabhu's house. Srila Prabhupada didn't have any temples, he had nothing in India yet. He just had a small handful of people from the West that were assisting him. And Srinathji Prabhu's father was a member of parliament. Father didn't really have so much interest. Son Srinathji didn't either. But the mother had great interest in a Vaishnava sannyasi coming to their home. She called the father, she called her husband and her son who were at the office and said, "There's a great Vaishnava saint at our house coming for lunch with all these Western disciples and you should come here." So they all came. It was kirtan. Prabhupada looked at Mr. Desai and asked him for a couple services. The last one was, "This is my disciple, Jayapataka. I want you to arrange Indian citizenship for him. He's an American boy." In 1970, to give up your American citizenship to become an Indian citizen was nobody wanted to do that. Millions of people from India wanted to get American citizenship. But there was not a single American in the world who wanted Indian citizenship, except Jayapataka Swami Maharaja. He said he wants to go to Bengal and establish our mission there and preach to the people of Bengal. He will learn the Bengali language and speak in Bengali language to deliver the people of Bengal. Please give him, arrange for his citizenship. And and Srila Prabhupada's closing statement was, Jayapataka, he was a brahmachari then, is an eternal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For almost 50 years, in those early days, how simple and how difficult. There was nobody here. Sometimes he was the president of Calcutta. He learned Bengali. He was preaching to thousands and thousands of people. And he remained, attracting tens and thousands, millions of hearts to Krishna consciousness. More than anyone, he remained here to develop this Mayapur project and tirelessly travels all over the world. And even having a massive stroke, which was impossible to survive according to doctors. One of the top doctors of America came here to see him. And he told me when Maharaj was in the hospital, there's not even hardly a 1% chance that he could survive. And if he does, he'll never be able to do anything in his life. Not only has he survived, but he's probably circled the world and preached to millions and millions of people since let us very enthusiastically, with deeply grateful hearts, welcome His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaja.
Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurava Nivatarine Nirvishesha Sanyavadi Vasachadasa Dharane Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivade Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Halaya Nama Krishna Jaladaya Nama Hare Kalala Govinara Srinada Sadhana Nitai Gora Hariva Hariva Hariva, Hariva. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Bhagavati Vachalam Pangulam Mayateyanam Adhivadavan Mande Sigaranidhainam Parmanandamalam Sri Chaitanya Swam. A massive stroke I had.
The massive stroke that I had
Was in 2008.
Was in 2008.
October.
October.
At that time, Radhanath Swami's yatra was in Vrindavan.
Radhanath Swami's yatra was in Vrindavan.
And apparently he prayed, had all the yatris pray for my survival.
Apparently, he prayed and all the yatris prayed for my survival.
We'll see how powerful his prayers are.
So you can see how powerful his prayers are.
I was very anxious
I was very anxious
to see that all of you are well taken care of.
to see that all of you are well taken care of
During this yatra in Mayapur.
during this yatra in Mayapur.
So I raced back from Ujjain
So I rushed back from Ujjain
and to be here.
to be here.
Radhanath Swami is very kind that he has asked me to speak.
Radhanath Swami is very kind that he has asked me to speak.
I'm sorry because his lectures are so nectarian.
I'm sorry because his lectures are so nectarian
And I'm like a toad.
and I'm like a toad.
Wah, wah. I'll try to say something about Lord Chaitanya.
but I will try to say something about Lord Chaitanya.
I heard that you heard how Jagannath Mishra passed away.
I heard that you heard how Jagannath Mishra passed away.
Lord Chaitanya was thinking that he's maintaining his mother,
Lord Chaitanya was thinking that he is maintaining his mother
he has a household.
and he has a household.
The house is not on the bricks or the bamboo it's made from.
The house is not just bricks or bamboo that it is made from.
The real home is made by the Grihini.
The real home is made by the Grihini.
And he said, I'm Grihastha, that I have the house, but I have no wife.
Grihasthas have a
I
house.
am.
I am a Grihastha, but I have no wife.
So I should get married.
So I should get married.
But he was a bit young.
But he was a bit young.
In those days in India, people married at a young age.
And in those days, people in India married at a young age.
But he didn't tell Mother Sachi his own idea.
But he didn't tell Mother Sachi his own idea.
He was studying at Ganga Pandit's school,
He was studying at Ganga Pandit's school,
and the famous matchmaker of Navadvip,
and the famous matchmaker of Navadvip,
Vanamali,
Vanamali,
he went to speak to Mother Sachi,
he went to speak to Mother Sachi,
and he told her,
and he told her,
I have a very good match for your son.
I have a very good match for your son.
She's just like Lakshmi.
She is just like Lakshmi.
And he was introducing Lakshmi Priya.
He was introducing Lakshmi Priya.
And Mother Sachi, usually mothers are eager to get their sons married.
But Mother Sachi, usually mothers are eager to get their sons married.
But she said, well, he's a bit young.
She said, well, he's a bit young.
He's studying now.
He's studying now.
Let him study.
Let him study.
So these words are very distressful to Vanamali.
So these words were very distressful to Vanamali.
The word used is niras, no juice.
The word used is niras, no juice.
And he was very frustrated.
And he was very frustrated.
He had chosen this very good match, and Mother Sachi was not listening.
He had chosen this very good match, and Mother Sachi was not listening.
And so he left the house.
And so he left the house.
And he was thinking that the Lord is all merciful.
He was thinking that the Lord is all merciful.
Surely he'll help this match be.
So surely he will help this match be.
Meanwhile, Vishwambar, otherwise there's another name for Lord Chaitanya.
Meanwhile, Vishwambar, which is another name for Lord Chaitanya,
he being a super soul, he knew everything that was going on.
he being the super soul, he knew everything that was going on.
He paid his obeisances and took his book and went along the path.
He paid his obeisances, took his book, and went along the path.
On the way, he met Vanamali Gatak.
On the way, he met Vanamali Gatak.
Oh, you're looking very sad.
Oh, you're looking very sad.
Why is that?
What's up?
Well, the reason was I went to your house,
The reason is I went to your house,
but your mother wasn't ready to listen.
but your mother wasn't ready to listen. Wasn't ready to listen.
So, Vishwambar said,
So Vishwambar said,
well, I'll talk to her.
well, I'll talk to her.
It was very cryptic.
It was very cryptic.
You couldn't really tell what he was thinking.
He couldn't really tell what he was thinking.
But Balamali Gatak, he thought, well, there's still some hope.
So Vanamali Gatak thought, well, there is still some hope.
So Lord Chaitanya went home and said, oh,
So Lord Chaitanya went home and said, oh,
Mother Sachi, Ma,
whatever.
I met Balamali Pandit on the way.
I met Vanamali Pandit on the way.
He was very frustrated.
He was very frustrated.
Not good to have Brahmins frustrated.
It is not good to have Brahmins frustrated.
So Mother Sachi understood that he was interested.
So Mother Sachi understood that he was interested.
She's very clever.
She is very clever.
So I'll call back Vanamali tomorrow.
So she said, I'll call back Vanamali tomorrow.
And they called him back
And she called him back
and asked him, what was the proposal you had?
what was the proposal you had?
So then he proposed Lakshmi Priya.
So then he proposed Lakshmi Priya.
And I think in ISKCON we could use some Gataks.
I think in ISKCON we need some Gataks.
People use this internet,
People use internet,
they never know what you get.
but you never know what you get.
So Balamali, he was expert
So Vanamali, he was expert
to matching out people
matching up people
to see that they had similar compatibilities.
to see that they have similar compatibilities.
So he said, well, I'll propose to them and see what they say.
So he said, well, I'll propose to them and see what they say.
So he went to see the father,
So he went to see the father,
and he proposed that he give his daughter in marriage to the wife Pandit.
so he proposed that he give his daughter in marriage to Nimai Pandit.
He said, "Well, I'm a poor Brahmin.
He said, well, I am a poor Brahmin.
I can't give dowry.
I can't give dowry.
My daughter is my jewel.
My daughter is my jewel.
I can only give her and 5 Haritakis.
Okay. I can only give her and 5 Haritakis.
Haritaki is one of the Triphala.
Haritaki is one of the Trifalas.
That shouldn't be an issue.
He said, that shouldn't be an issue.
One said.
Vanamali said.
So then I have your consent.
So then I have your consent.
So that he got it. He was very happy. He went back to Mother Sachi,
He was very happy and he went back to Mother Sachi.
told her that everything is arranged.
He told her that everything is arranged.
So then I fixed the date
So then they fixed a date
for Adivas.
for Adivas
I fixed another day for the marriage.
and fixed the day for marriage.
Adivas, the family and friends
So on Adivas, the family and friends
of the boy
of the boy
meet the boy.
meet the boy.
Sometimes they do Abhishek.
Sometimes they do Abhishek.
They have the little snacks.
They have little snacks.
And similarly, the family and friends of the girl,
Similarly, the family and friends of the girl,
they have a meeting with the girl,
they have a meeting with the girl
and they do sometimes Abhishek.
and they do sometimes Abhishek.
In the Abhishek for the girl,
In the Abhishek for the girl,
they put the name of the husband in the water on the bridegroom.
In the ceremony for the girl, they put the name of the bridegroom in the water,
And then they sprinkle that water over her
and then they sprinkle that water over her
with mantras that she can control him.
with mantras so that she can control him.
It's not done like so much in Islam.
It's not done so much in ISKCON.
Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe that is the problem.
So Lord Chaitanya gave jewel necklaces
So Lord Chaitanya gave jewel necklaces
to all the guests.
to all the guests.
Snacks were very opulent.
Snacks were very opulent.
So then it was a very wonderful Adivas.
So it was a very wonderful Adivas.
On the day of the marriage,
On the day of the marriage,
Mother Sachi addressed her kids' relatives.
on the day of marriage, Mother Sachi addressed her relatives.
Please, as I have no father, see that he could get married nicely.
Please, my boy has no father. Please see that he can get married nicely.
Lord Chaitanya, he started to cry.
Lord Chaitanya, he started crying.
And Mother Sachi said, why are you crying?
Mother Sachi asked, why are you crying?
This is a happy day.
This is a happy day.
You're not supposed to cry.
You're not supposed to cry.
Mother, this is an ordinary thing.
This is not an ordinary thing.
This is an ordinary thing.
This is an ordinary thing.
This I just gave out jewel necklaces.
I just gave out jewel necklaces.
The way you spoke sounded like you wanted money or something.
The way you spoke sounded like you wanted money or something.
We could take care of all the needs, don't worry.
We could take care of all the needs, so don't worry.
So then Mother Sachi, she changed her mood.
So then Mother Sachi, she changed her mood.
And so then everything became very happy.
Then everyone became very happy.
So then there was a procession.
There was a procession.
And Lord Chaitanya was taken on a palanquin.
And Lord Chaitanya was taken on a palanquin.
He was accompanied by Brahmins.
He was accompanied by Brahmins
who were chanting Brahmin mantras.
Who were chanting Brahmin mantras.
And some musicians.
There were some musicians.
And they described 18 different musical instruments. 1-8.
There were 18 different musical instruments.
And I only knew about 4 or 5.
I only knew about 4 or 5.
The rest were some unique kind of instruments.
The rest were some unique kind of instruments.
I think, we'll have to locate those instruments and take a photo.
I think that we should locate those instruments and take a photo.
They're pretty rustic.
They are pretty rustic.
So they had this procession.
So they had this procession.
And all the people came out.
And all the people came out
to see Lord Vishwambar, Nimai Pandit.
To see Lord Vishwambar, Nimai Pandit.
The girls, they came out, normally they were very shy.
The girls came out, normally they are very shy.
But they became very excited.
But they became very excited.
They yelled out, but they don't normally do.
They yelled out, which they normally don't do.
Hurry up, hey! Didi! You like getting there, hurry up! Where you're so sorry, where you're Kajal.
Wear your sari. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nimai is getting married.
Wear your sari, what is?
Kajal.
Wear your sari, wear your kajal.
So sorry.
Silk sari.
So it said that the whole city of Navadip was flooded with Krishna Prema.
So it is said that the whole city of Navadvip was flooded with Krishna Prema.
I was translating this in Delhi at that time.
I was translating this in Delhi at that time.
Someone knocked on the door
Someone knocked on the door.
of the house.
I said, yes.
I said, Mayapur is flooded.
They said, Mayapur is flooded.
The Prabhupada said that Mayapur floods
Srila Prabhupada said that Mayapur floods
when he wants Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan Yagya to flood the world.
when he wants Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan Yajna to flood the world.
So, it's not the flood time,
This is not the flood time,
and we don't want you to be flooded. We don't want you to be flooded.
we don't want you to be flooded.
But a little rain is demonstrating that when you go back, you should flood your place with Harinam.
But the little rain is demonstrating that when you go back, you should flood your place with Harinam.
Radha Swami, he's always preaching the glories of the holy name.
Radhanath Swami is always preaching the glories of the holy name.
Prabhupada said that the disciples of the preaching sannyasi
Prabhupada said the disciples of a preaching sannyasi
should also preach.
should also preach.
So I hope that you're all preaching as much as possible.
So I hope that all of you are preaching as much as possible.
Let's see, where were we? Hurry up! Hurry up!
Hurry up!
My husband is getting married.
Hurry up, hurry up. Nimai Pandit is getting married.
And then, so thousands of people
So thousands of people,
have flooded the road,
they flooded the road.
and they carried the divine Pandit on a palanquin
And they carried Nimai Pandit on a palanquin
to various streets.
through various streets.
And then just at the time of gold duty,
And then they took Goduli.
just at the time,
Just at the time of Goduli,
gold duty is when Krishna would come back with the cows and cows.
Goduli is the time when Krishna would come back with the cows and calves,
And there would be dust
and there would be dust
on the feet of the cows.
from the feet of the cows.
Gold duty.
Goduli.
That's just a little before the sunset.
So that's a little before sunset.
Very peaceful time.
Very peaceful time.
And then that was the time that Lord Nimai, he arrived at the house of Lakshmi Priya.
That was the time when Lord Nimai arrived at the house of Lakshmi Priya.
I'm supposed to tell three pastimes.
I am supposed to tell 3 pastimes,
We're lucky to get to this one.
but I could only get to this point.
I think I only finished the marriage. I think I only finished the marriage.
I think I'll only finish till marriage.
Let's say there was when Lord Chaitanya arrived, they had lamps,
When Lord Chaitanya arrived, there were lamps,
there was conch shells blowing,
there was conch shells blowing,
and ladies doing uludani.
and the ladies doing uludwani.
You ladies know how to do uludani?
You ladies know how to do uludwani?
too shy. Too shy.
Too shy.
It says that the Devis
It said that the Devis
in the heavenly planets,
in the heavenly planets,
they also do this uludani.
they also do this uludvani.
So, a little practice you be perfect.
Little practice, you can improve it.
One more time.
One more time.
May I help? Chant Haribo. Very good.
Pretty good.
So all auspicious sounds
So all auspicious sounds
were greeting the Nimai Pandit,
were greeting Nimai Pandit,
and then they sat him down at the fire yajna,
and then they sat him down at the fire yajna,
and they brought Lakshmi Priya
and they brought Lakshmi Priya
with her head covered,
with her head covered,
and she was carrying a lamp.
and she was carrying a lamp.
And she went around Lord Nimai 7 times.
She went around Lord Nimai 7 times,
And then she was seated on his side.
and then she was seated on his side.
So then the marriage ceremony.
Then the marriage ceremony.
And the father of Lakshmi Priya gave his daughter in marriage to Nimai Pandit.
The father of Lakshmi Priya gave his daughter in marriage to Nimai Pandit.
Then they stayed one night over at the house.
Then they stayed one night over at the house,
And then the next morning,
and then the next morning,
I think it was, I went back by the same palanquin.
I think that they went back by the same palanquin.
And people were seeing my Pandit and Lakshmi Priya.
And people were seeing Nimai Pandit and Lakshmi Priya.
Some people comment, oh, they look just like Indra and Sachi.
Some people complimented, oh, they looked like just like Indra and Sachi.
No, they look like Lakshmi and Narayan.
No, they look like Lakshmi and Narayan.
Like that, there are different comments.
Like that, there were different compliments.
And then Lord Chaitanya took his new bride
And then Lord Chaitanya took his new bride
to her home.
into her home.
Lord Chaitanya, he was an ideal householder.
Lord Chaitanya, he was an ideal householder.
Every day
Every day,
he would invite poor people, sannyasis,
every day he would invite sannyasis and poor people
to come and take prasadam.
to come and take prasadam.
And then he would tell Mother Sachi,
And he would tell Mother Sachi,
well, we had about 20 guests today.
well, we have about 20 guests today.
20 guests?
20 guests?
I don't have the ingredients.
I don't have the ingredients.
All I cook for 20?
How will I cook for 20? Cook for 20.
Don't worry.
It's all right.
You do whatever you can.
You do whatever you can.
And just at the last minute,
And just at the last minute,
someone dropped off grains, sabjis.
someone drops off grains, sabjis.
So Mother Sachi and Lakshmi Priya
So Mother Sachi and Lakshmi Priya
cooked for the guests.
cooked for the guests.
Lord Chaitanya personally served out
Lord Chaitanya personally served out
all the prasadam
all the prasadam
to the visitors.
to the visitors.
In fact, if they met a poor person on the road, he would give them some alms and
In fact, for the poor people on the road, he would give them some alms,
some food.
some food.
So he was very generous.
So he was very generous.
But he would never talk about women.
But he would never talk about women.
No jokes.
No jokes.
Yes. Sahajas.
Sahajiyas,
One of them is the Gauranga Nagaris.
the Gauranga Nagaris,
They try to display Krishna, he is everyone's husband.
they try to display that Krishna, he is everyone's husband.
No, he is.
He is everyone's husband.
But Lord Chaitanya,
But Lord Chaitanya,
he played the part of a very chaste householder.
he played the part of a very chaste householder.
And apart from his wife, he did all the ladies as mother.
And apart from his wife, he treated all the ladies as his mother.
He became very famous.
He became very famous.
If anyone wanted to do pious activity,
Anyone who wanted to do pious activity,
they would go and send some donation to the wife Pandit.
they would send some donation to Nimai Pandit.
It was not unusual that some rich man had seen the wife Pandit coming on the roadside.
It was not unusual that some rich man, he would see Nimai Pandit coming on the roadside.
He got down from his palanquin
He would get down from his palanquin
and offer obeisances to the wife Pandit
and offer obeisances to Nimai Pandit
and give him some donation.
and give him some donation.
Sometimes
Sometimes
I would go to the town,
Nimai would go to the town, go through the town
with his disciples,
with his disciples,
and then people would offer him
and people would offer him
gifts.
gifts.
I don't just say one because I don't know if Radha Swami will tell that story.
I don't want to tell more because I don't know if Radhanath Swami will tell that story.
So, like this for some time,
So like this for some time,
I, Lakshmi Priya and Mother Sachi
Nimai, Lakshmi Priya and Mother Sachi,
are living together.
they were living together.
So, supposed to tell about his going to Bangladesh,
Supposed to tell about his going to Bangladesh
and Kesha Kashmir.
and Keshava Kashmiri.
I'll just tell about his going to Bangladesh.
I'll just tell about his going to Bangladesh.
So, he told his mother
He told his mother,
and wife that I'll go just for a few days
I'll go just for a few days
to East Bengal
to East Bengal
to raise some finance.
to raise some finance,
I'll come back.
and then I'll come back.
So he asked Mother Sachi, please take care of my wife.
So he asked Mother Sachi, please take care of my wife.
Then he went with some students
So then he went with some students
to East Bengal.
to East Bengal.
He went up the Ganges
He went up the Ganges
until it forked into the Ganga and the Padma.
until
It forked into the Ganga and Padma.
it forks into the Ganga and Padma.
Then in the Padma,
In Padma,
by bathing there, you get love of Krishna.
by bathing there, you get love of Krishna.
But if you're a Vaishnava offender,
But if you are a Vaishnava offender,
you get suffering.
you get suffering.
Maybe that's why most of the people along the Padma have floods and suffering.
Maybe that's why most of the people along the banks of the Padma have floods and suffering.
But Narottam Thakur,
But Narottam Das Thakur,
he lived by the Padma
he lived by the Padma
and he got love of Krishna.
and he got love of Krishna.
Lord Chaitanya was enjoying his water sports
So Lord Chaitanya was enjoying his water sports
in the Padma.
in the Padma,
And then he was teaching.
and then he was teaching.
He went to Sylhet,
He went to Sylhet,
Srihata.
Srihata.
He saw the birthplace of his forefathers.
He saw the birthplace of his forefathers,
And people had heard of Navadip,
people had heard of Navadvip,
had heard of Nimai Pandit,
had heard of Nimai Pandit,
but they couldn't believe
but they couldn't believe
the great Nimai Pandit
the great Nimai Pandit
had come all the way
had come all the way
to East Bengal.
to East Bengal.
Haribol!
Haribol.
So many students came
So many students came
for the chance in a lifetime,
for their chance in a lifetime,
and they studied under Nimai Pandit.
and they studied under Nimai Pandit.
Anyone who would learn from him
Anyone who would learn from him
could not be affected by Mayapur,
could not be affected by Mayavadi,
and he would also glorify the holy name,
and he would also glorify the holy name,
the Harinam.
the Harinam.
So he was spent weeks, months. He spent months.
He spent months.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, Lakshmi Priya,
she was in such separation
she was feeling such separation
from
Nimai.
She sitting by the Ganges. She was crying.
She was by the Ganges and she was crying.
She thought that if I'm in the spiritual world, I can associate with the Lord all the time.
She thought that if I am in the spiritual world, I can associate with the Lord all the time.
Here I am separated.
Here I am separated.
So then she decided to go back to the spiritual world.
So then she decided to go back to the spiritual world.
And externally, looked like she was bitten by a snake.
It looked like she was bitten by a snake.
But she went back
But she went back
to the spiritual world.
to the spiritual world.
Mother Sachi was so frustrated.
Mother Sachi was so frustrated.
What will I tell Nimai?
What will I tell Nimai?
He asked me to take care of his wife.
He asked me to take care of his wife.
She's no more.
She is no more.
What will I say?
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 And others tried to comfort her, but she took it very personally.
Others were trying to calm her down, but she took it very personally.
Lord Chaitanya, as Super Soul,
Lord Chaitanya, as the Super Soul,
he knew what was happening.
he knew what was happening.
So he decided to come back to Navadvip.
So he decided to come back to Navadvip,
And he told his students that he was going back.
and he told his students that he was going back.
Some decided to go with him,
Some decided to go with him,
and some didn't.
and some didn't.
But in those days, the teacher
In those days, the teacher
would not take any salary,
would not take any salary.
but at the end of the tuition,
But at the end of the tuition,
they give them gifts.
they would give him gifts.
So you got gold,
So he got
silver,
gold, silver,
fine chadars,
fine chadars,
all kinds of gifts.
all kinds of gifts.
So he packed all his gifts,
So he packed up his gifts
and he went back to Navadvip.
and he went back to Navadvip.
He went and he presented all the things to Mother Sachi,
He went and presented all the things to Mother Sachi,
but Mother Sachi was not speaking.
but Mother Sachi was not speaking.
She cooked.
She couldn't.
She cooked.
She cooked.
All the friends and neighbors, they came and seen the Mayapur,
All the friends and neighbors, they came to see Nimai Pandit,
and he was joking with them
and he was joking with them
that they speak a funny dialect in Sri Hata.
that they speak a funny dialect in Sri Hata.
And he would mimic
And he would mimic
Sri Hata dialect.
Sri Hata dialect.
Hi, hi,
Hi, hi,
ho, ho.
ho, ho.
So he was smiling and laughing.
So he was smiling and laughing,
And so everyone was happy to see him.
so everyone was happy to see him.
Soon they left.
And soon they left.
So then Lord Chaitanya asked Mother Sachi, why you're not speaking?
So then Lord Chaitanya asked Mother Sachi, why you're not speaking?
I brought so much wealth home. I brought so much wealth home.
I brought so much wealth home.
You're not smiling, you're not saying anything.
You're not smiling, you're not saying anything.
Why is that?
Why is that?
She said, your wife, don't go from the your wife has gone back to Godhead.
She said, your wife has gone back to Godhead.
So at first, Nimai acted out the human emotions,
So at first, Nimai acted out the human emotions
about half-hour.
for about half an hour.
Then he started preaching to his mother.
Then he started preaching to his mother.
And so that was the marriage of Lord Chaitanya and Lakshmi Priya.
So that was the marriage of Lord Chaitanya and Lakshmi Priya.
At that time, my Pandit, he was a very well-known teacher.
At that time, Nimai Pandit was a very well-known teacher,
and he spoke at the house of Sanjay Mukunda.
and he spoke at the house of Sanjay Mukunda.
And also by the side of the Ganges.
Also by the side of the Ganges.
He had thousands of pupils.
He had thousands of pupils.
So I'll end that tonight.
So I'll end there today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,